Good day to you. My name is Nico Willoughby Smith, and I would like to welcome you to another segment of the Limpopo Fashion Guru. May I once again take this opportunity to thank the Review newspaper for this prestigious honor. Over the last 3 weeks, we have been focusing on the matric farewell season, and I've added a few snippets with regards to bridal interpretations. But this week I'd like to speak to the company that basically makes a bride's day a day that she will never forget. And that is the company of the Bridesmaids or the Flower Girls. Bridesmaids and Flower Girls basically play a very important role when it comes to a bride's special day. This because they have their individual duties depending on how many bridesmaids you might have. This also applies to a matron or a maid of honor. Now, as a fashion designer, I'd like to give potential brides some advice in terms of choosing your bridesmaids and your flower girls. Over the last 10 years, I've noticed some fair conflict between brides and their bridesmaids because once you have been bestowed the opportunity or the honor of being a bridesmaid, there is the question of the bridesmaids' dresses. Now, obviously, every bride has her color scheme for her wedding, and so this color scheme is brought forward in the actual fabric and the colors that are chosen for the bridesmaids' dresses. Now, as previously discussed in our matric farewell segment, your financial budget obviously plays quite an intricate part in this decision because there's always the argument as to who is going to cover the necessary costs. As a fashion designer, I've always left my brides with a few options. Should it be that the bride has a specific style that she requires all bridesmaids to wear, I normally suggest that the bride then cover the costs of the bridesmaids' dresses. But then again, if the bridesmaids are sure of designing dresses that they could see themselves wearing in the future, then obviously they want to have a say. In that case, I would suggest that they come to a compromise whereby the bride perhaps purchases the materials and then the bridesmaids pay for their individual designs. If the bride is assured of a specific style, then it's only fair that she covers the costs. Otherwise, if the bridesmaids are aware of what they want and what the costs incur, then they can actually have a style custom designed of their own, and then they pay for that on their own. The same would basically apply to any flower girl. Obviously, any child younger than 10 years old would qualify as a flower girl, and obviously with them not being financially able to afford this outfit, this duty would fall upon their parents. So these are just a few tips that I can give you in terms of how to budget for bridesmaids' dresses, how the rule of thumb basically applies, and it would save you a hell of a lot of tension when it comes to potential misunderstandings. I'd like to thank you once again for another segment of the Limpopo Fashion Guru. Thank you to the Review, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week.